To answer the first question, why I choose the EDD, right, PCL, I think this has to go back to my, career trajectory right from the very beginning when I started working. So in my first 7 years, right, of working, I had worked in different functional roles, and I was a regional manager in the last 2 years of my first 7 years. And during this time, I felt that my professional development, both as a professional and as a leader, right, was rather lacking. And then following these first 7 years, for the next 3 decades of my life, I spent all my time working as a trainer, facilitator, executive coach, and consultant for the development of leaders, change management, role transition, as well as the resilience building space for the business world. And during this time, I had the privilege of working with professionals and leaders, right, in various areas. And then my interest in the leadership and change track gather a lot of energy and focus as I continue to build my understanding of these subject areas. The EDD doctoral program, right, it provides a practitioner like myself with the opportunity of selecting from numerous tracks of learning, right. And I realized that somewhere around the before 2020, I was thinking very deeply into the areas that I really want to study, and I was thinking along the lines of leadership and change. So there was a leadership and change track in the EDD doctoral program, and I remember that at that time I was really hungry for learning the broader aspects of what I would say is the education and education-based research. And there were numerous areas that are related to the leadership development, role transition, change management, as well as the resilience building space. So the doctoral program, right, provides that opportunity. And I was really wanting to study a lot more into research design and research related kind of based learning. And along the way, during my coursework, right, I had many opportunities to read into many articles, publications, as well as news articles and all that, and very around very contemporary world of learning into education and research-based field, right. And I was intrigued by how this research design and research-based work that researchers undertake in not only building their understanding of body of knowledge in areas that they are specializing in, but also to look at how they can contribute further to the body of knowledge that they are researching into areas. So that's why I look at the EDD PCL. And the question of why NIE, right? NIE is a well-known institution and a research university. So when I first look at NIE as a possible university for this study, right, I was thinking pretty much about how I can gain through what NIE has been doing in its research field, collaborating with different scholars, leading academics, government ministries, policymakers, school leaders, and important stakeholders in education and education-related kind of research. So as I look into NIE, because it offers practitioners like myself a slew of different tracks that I can take on, and along these tracks there are specialization that I can embark on, right, to further sort of like work on areas of interest that I really have at this age. I'm 65, almost 65 at the moment, and the areas that I was very interested in was how I can actually use my understanding of research and research-based design, right? Particularly in the aspect of inquiry-based research, discovery of experiences, particularly through the voices of participants in a research setting, right? And also the understanding that how this can actually help build my understanding of body of knowledge in that specialization that I intend to pursue, the desire that I have in that area of topics that I have interest in, and therefore the embarking on the study. And then the question of how does this help me in terms of my career trajectory, right, going forward. I think while I'm 65, I think I have a lot more to offer. I intend to live a longer age, probably 80, 90 possibly. And so there's still a lot of years that I can develop in terms of my understanding in the field, for example, of the resilience building space, which I think at the moment, given how changed contemporary leadership is evolving, resilience building is actually a very important topic. I first come across resilience building as early as when I was working for multinational companies, when I was in my 30s, right? I come across a program called Developing Personal Resilience. And since then, I have always asked myself, how do people develop this resilience? And therefore, this is an area of interest that I want to build on. And I feel that once I start working on this research, I'll build my understanding of qualitative research design. And ultimately, I like to go further from there. So hopefully this doctoral study will give me a first try at looking at research methodologies, qualitatively speaking. But I eventually like to look at quantitative research studies and also mixed research studies. And therefore, in a way, it will build my career in terms of understanding how researchers work around different types of researchers and research methodologies. And hopefully this will allow me to also lead, because of my years of experience in leadership development, change management, role transition, and resilience building space, right? I hope that I can do research and lead the research and aftermath, facilitation of sessions, workshops, and all that to another group of people who can continue with the studies for the benefits of Singapore.